Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of From the Therapist Chair, and thank you for joining with us. So, today we will let the question choose the topic. Hi, Mercedes.
Hello.
Are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready. Excited.
Okay, we have series of questions for you here to answer.
Okay.
You pick one, you give it to me, I read to you, then you tell us what it is.
All right, this is tricky. So let's see. All right, that's it.
Okay, the first question says, how do I heal without becoming cold?
Very, very interesting question.
Yes, it is.
How do I heal without becoming cold? So, meaning you really have to be intentional. Because what I find that is that many people, they rush into another relationship without being healed. It's very, very important for you to get over it. I know sometimes when your heart is broken, people are telling you, oh, don't cry, please cry. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. So when I'm talking about heal, it's that you confront it. You're not living in denial. Because some people is like, oh, I'm strong. No, you're not. So you need to deal with the trauma first and face the reality that something happened to you and you need to deal with it. And for some women, oh my God, what they do, you keep following your path, your ex, stalking and all sorts of things. You need to delete everything of him that remind you of him, so that you can really face it on that it is over. So when you're healed, you will know. When you can start talking to new people, when you can mention his name without you breaking down, when you know your trigger and you have coping skill to deal with that trigger, then you know you're healed to move on. Instead of you pretending and saying, I'm strong, because Nigerians, black people, we always do that. I don't know why we do it like, oh, I'm a strong woman. No. Some days, even a strong person needs to calm down and face reality.
So, our therapist said, stop pretending you are not strong. Okay. So, we have another question to pick.
Okay, let's see. All right. I don't know what that one is.
This is an interesting question, by the way. This one says,
okay.
Why do I attract emotionally unavailable people?
Oh.
Why do I attract people who are not emotionally available? So,
okay, this is a good question.
Yes, it is.
You really need to ask yourself why. Because there's this saying that you attract your own vibe, right? So why are you attracted to someone that is always emotionally unavailable? What about you? Are you really emotionally available, or you're looking for somebody to fill the void? Sometimes there's something missing in you, and you keep going around looking for somebody to make you happy, somebody that will fill the void. Could it be? Because if you keep attracting certain kind of men or women, you need to now sit down and say, let me ask myself, who am I? What am I looking for in a relationship? Because how can you leave one relationship? The guy drove you crazy. Have you ever been with somebody that is emotional and unavailable? They will drive you off your mind. And then you break up with him only to find yourself in another relationship like that. You need to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? There's a pattern that needs to be broken. You keep repeating the same thing over and over. Pause. Speak to a professional. Let's get to the root of why you do what you do. What's your childhood like? Do you have a trauma? What are you looking for? Waiting to pursue you. You need to know.
Okay, now the question is, why are you always attached to unavailable person? Now she said, check yourself as well. Are you available? So we have the last question for you to pick.
Okay. This is so fun. All right. Okay. What is coming? All right. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
What did I pick again?
Okay. The question says, why do I say I am fine when I am not fine? Why do people say they are fine when they are not fine?
That is a very common saying.
It is.
If you ask anyone, how are you? I'm fine. That is your first response. Even though I can say that you are not fine, you're far from it. And then I think the definition of fine is like you're fabulous, you're this. And there's nothing fabulous about you right now. And you're not there. But it's just a way to cover your emotion. When somebody says to you, I am fine, do you know automatically you don't know what else to say? Because if I ask you, oh, how are you? And you're like, I'm fine. You're like, okay then. And then you leave them. But my job as a therapist, you cannot get away with that. You can't say to me, I am fine. I need to know why you're fine. By the time I ask you about 2 or 3 questions, we will get to the bottom. We will know if you're truly fine. How can somebody, come to a therapist and you're saying, I'm fine? If you're fine, why are you in my office, please? Of course, there's a reason why you're there. Let's talk about it. You're somebody that you always hold back and you pay to come and hold back in my office. I don't get it. I have clients like that. The first reaction is, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, you pay me money to tell me you're fine. All right. That's an easy one, but you know you're not fine. So stop hiding behind that word fine. You need to identify that. You need to face it square on. What is going on with me? Because there are some things in you that you know that you're not fine. You can pretend to everyone. Like I'm always saying, I think the saddest thing is to pretend to yourself, fool yourself. You tell everybody what they want to hear, and you're telling yourself the same lie that you're fine when you know you're slowly dying inside of you. Come on, help is always available. You know you're not fine, and you know I'm talking to you. It's time for you to book a session.
So now we all know that I am fine is just a coping mechanism. Do you want to know the next question? Do you want to know what we have here next? Definitely you have to join us our next episode on From the Therapist Chair. See you next time.
Bye.